The ghost of a vengeful mother to a murdered child awaits us tonight at Grace Dieu Priory.
Here is Grace Dieu Priory. Based at Thringstone in Leicestershire, England, it was founded around 1239 AD by a Rose de Verdon and was used as an independent Augustinian priory. The priory itself was very large and housed many nuns and even included a hospital area for tending to the sick. The first prioress to take charge here was a lady by the name of Agnes de Greasley. However, she was replaced swiftly under unusual circumstances by Prioress Mary de Streeton. Mary de Streeton ruled with an iron rod here and brought with her many strange, independent, strict rules. For example, the nuns that lived and worked in Grace Dieu were forbidden to ever leave the priory, at least until death. The most famous account of the priory comes during the 16th century, when a prioress by the name of Agnes Litherland was discovered to have given birth to an illegitimate child. For this sin she was severely punished. She had her newborn baby taken away and drowned in the fish pond within the grounds of the priory. But her punishment didn't end here. The story goes that she was bricked up between the walls of the priory alive. Many people believe that the ghost of Agnes still roams around the site, with sightings of her being recorded from as early as the 1920s and new sightings coming up to present day. It is said that on some nights her screams of terror can be heard echoing across the grounds. Grace Dieu's paranormal activity is often blamed on its location, as where the priory stands is of some significance. The area is known as the Thringstone Fault, and it is where prehistoric standing stone lay. People believe this would have been regarded as a sacred site in ancient times. It is also interesting to note that the priory sits along some ley lines. Ley lines are invisible geographical lines that connect landmarks and religious structures. People believe that these are connected to the movement and appearance of the spirit world.
Grace Dieu Priory is said to be haunted by the infamous White Lady, a spirit which is said to reside here and haunt the priory grounds and the surrounding areas as well. To my right hand side there is a main road where an old bus shelter used to lie. There was once a story where the bus driver came along and stopped for a lady dressed in white. However, when he opened his bus doors, she mysteriously vanished right in front of his eyes. There have been strong claims of paranormal activity from within this priory. A council worker who was pushed violently and a grey figure spotted by a policeman. Could these two incidents be linked in any way? A former prioress by the name of Agnes Litherland came to a very heartbreaking demise within this priory. She gave birth to a child out of wedlock and as a result paid the ultimate price. She watched her child get taken from her, get drowned in a nearby lake, and then Agnes herself get walled in this priory.
Here are the 4 locked off cameras we'll be using throughout tonight's investigation. Camera 1 is covering our trigger objects, Savannah Doll and the REM Pod. Camera 2 is in the main walkway to the Priory. Camera 3 is where we'll be performing our Ouija board session tonight. And camera 4 is set up in the far corner of the Priory. Right, so here we are.
We've got our locked off camera set up in Grace Dieu Priory, and we're just about to head in and have a look what we can actually discover tonight. I think what we're going to do, we're going to start at location number 1, and we're going to start with some EVPs, and we're going to start trying the REM Pod and see if we can get any reactions out of the REM Pod. So let's go for it.
There's also a very sad backstory with this place, isn't there?
It is. It's unbelievably sad. From having a child out of wedlock back in the days of this priory, it caused the poor lady death, and not only that, but to see her own baby get taken away from her and drowned basically in front of her, which is...
We listened to the story and, well, we read about the story and we literally couldn't think of anything worse, could we? And then,
there's not really a worse way you could go, if I'm honest.
I mean to watch your own child be drowned and then following that to be bricked into the walls here, real shame.
Yeah. Right, so we're going to start with an EVP session, and I'm going to call out. If there are any spirits amongst us right now, we'd like to communicate with you. My name's Brian, this is Nathan. Please come forward and tell me your name. If there are any spirits amongst us right now, we'd like to communicate with you. My name's Brian, this is Nathan. Please come forward and tell me your name. So I'd like to communicate with the spirit of Agnes. If you're here, Agnes, me and Nathan don't mean you any harm. As we said, we feel very sorry for you, what's happened, and we'd just like to know if you're still here. We've heard many different reports of a spirit being spotted and a grey lady and a white lady being seen. Could you confirm, is this you? Please speak up into the device that I'm holding in my hand.
Just had something fly across the camera between us. It could have been a bug, but it was hard to tell. It went past quite quick.
Oh, we'll look at that on replay. So I'd like to communicate with the spirit of Agnes. If you're here, Agnes. We might need to look at that one back on the computer, because I think I heard like a bit of a rustling after I spoke. So we need to analyse that one.
That's all. I saw something fly across the camera, however, it moved very quick, so it could have been a bug picked up.
Agnes, I know you've made your presence known with other people. Me and Nathan mean you no harm whatsoever. Please come forward to us and give us a hello. We'd like to communicate. Agnes, I know you've made your presence known with other people. Me and Nathan mean you no harm whatsoever. Please come forward to us and give us a hello. We'd like to communicate. Like a very slight rustle.
Yeah.
Okay, well maybe...
I can't quite get across the feeling of oppression that I feel here.
Yeah.
I know, I mean, even during the daytime recording today, we both just felt sick, didn't we? As it's been quite quiet here so far, I think I'm actually going to get the REM Pod from camera 1 and place it perhaps between the archways.
Sounds like a good idea.
Let's see if we can actually get some readings on the REM Pod perhaps.
Hopefully we can encourage her to use it.
Yeah, well hopefully. I mean, we thought we heard the REM Pod going off before we actually activated the locked off cameras, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
When we were further over the other end setting up, so perhaps we'll move it over here, we ask her a few questions, see if she'll set it off for us.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll go get it.
Okie doke.
For the record, if Savannah's moved, I shall shit myself.
Has she moved?
No, she's looking as creepy as ever, bless her.
You had me going then, I thought you said that she has gone.
Right. Now, Agnes, if you're here, we'd like to make contact with you. We'd like you to make your presence known. I've set a device on the floor between the archway. Can you walk towards that device and make it go off for us? Do exactly as I do. Or near the pod. So walk towards the REM pod for us. Walk towards the device between the arches. All my torches. You set the device off for us.
If you can use your energy, walk towards the red light on the floor.
Try and touch the red light. Show us that you're here.
We'd be very grateful if you could do that for us.
If there's any other spirits present, please walk towards the red light on the floor. Show us that you're here. Touch the red light on the floor.
So Agnes, if you're here, again, just follow me. And you'll see where I'm looking now, on the floor. There's a little device here, and that's called a REM Pod. And if you go near it and touch it, all these strange coloured lights come on. And it makes a nice sound.
It's our way of knowing that you're here. Is that you?
What's that?
Did you hear something behind you there, behind that wall?
No, what did you hear?
Sounded like somebody sniffling behind this wall up there.
It could have been me, in fairness.
Could it?
Yeah. Could have
Perhaps
been.
it was you and echoed off the wall there.
Maybe, but I'll tell you what, that rock there just gave me a massive fright. I thought there was something stood right there. I actually shuddered.
Come on, Agnes. Make the light go off for us. Right, do you want to turn the ovulus on?
Ooh.
What?
That was very strange.
What?
I just saw an orb on the path.
Really?
Like with my own eyes, but it was translucent. And the only way I can describe that was like a half moonshine. It wasn't truly circular.
Strange. Right, Agnes, is that you on the path? Can you set the REM pod off for us? Can you walk towards the red light?
I don't think I've ever seen an orb with my own eyes before. Overall, so far, it's quite quiet, isn't it?
It is.
The night is young.
Might have two possible orbs. And, locked off cameras to review, but so far it's actually quite quiet. How are you feeling about doing the spirit box in a bit?
Spirit box. Yeah, I think it could be interesting to see what reactions we get out of it.
Well, this place is famous for its spirit box reactions, isn't it? So I'm looking forward to that.
It is, to be fair.
Also, the Ouija board. That's going to be
a first for us.
It is going to be a first on a filmed investigation, should we say?
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Well, we don't seem to be getting much action from the REM pod. Shall I pop it back?
We'll do that now.
And then we'll carry on to location 2, shall we?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Let's just go on moving the REM pod. Right, as it's nice and quiet, I'm going to set my walkie-talkie off and see if I can scare him. Do.
What did you say?
That didn't work.
I had my first word.
What's that?
Contact.
Contact?
Contact. Maybe that's a sign we've just been trying to make contact, so maybe that's irrelevant somehow.
Very generic word, however, that is exactly what we've been trying to do.
Right.
Well, if we walk down the path and we'll head to location 2. Now this is a first for us. tonight. We are actually doing a Ouija board, which I can tell you Brian's really looking forward to.
And you.
Yeah.
I've got my doubts, but we're here to investigate the paranormal, we're here to decipher the truth.
A lot of people warn against Ouija boards. We've had very little action on them so far, haven't we?
We have so far, but
So
who knows?
we're a
what
bit
this might
sceptical.
bring.
However, we'll give it its dues and give it a good go. Hopefully nothing too... Ooh, what was that?
What's that?
Just felt like something pulled my knee.
Pulled your knee.
Felt like the jeans around my knee.
Okay.
That's a sign somebody doesn't want us to do the Ouija board.
Could be a very good sign.
Right.
Now that's strange.
Right.
Spirit box has gone off. Right. Alright. You okay? Mate,
Yeah.
what's the matter?
Oh, I don't know. I felt like someone just kicked me in the back of the leg.
You alright?
Oh,
You okay?
yeah.
Alright, let's stop for a minute.
What the? Is the camera right? I've dropped the camera.
Yeah, you've dropped the camera. Unfortunately, you connected to it. You alright?
Yeah. Oh. You've had a dead leg?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like someone's just dead in my leg.
It's 2 signals in the space of 5. Shock.
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 Oh, okay.
So
that was no accident then.
we've got shock on the ovulus.
Right, sorry about that guys. I've just had a surging, like a booting pain
Well, you've just had
in
a
the back of my
shock.
kneecap again. So I felt something in my kneecap a minute ago. However, it was the other kneecap, I have to be honest. And at the same time, we've just had shock on the ovulus device. Or while we're about to set up the Ouija board.
So we've just started. We've set up the Ouija board, the spirit board. You have just felt like you've just been kicked in the back of the leg.
Yeah, still hurts actually. It feels like someone's deaded the back of my leg.
Yeah?
At the same point, the ovulus went off, and what did the ovulus come up with?
Shock.
Shock.
Which is quite unique.
The ovulus has been reasonably quiet, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's normally. So, right, so we're going to start this. I'll say this is the very first time that we're doing this on an investigation. And we'll be starting now. So, you're going to put your fingers on there. And what we want to do is we want to call out, and we only want to communicate with good spirits. So we don't want any bad spirits, we don't wish to communicate with any bad spirits, we only want good spirits. So, spirits of Grace Dieu Priory, is there anyone here with us? Feel free to move the planchette that me and Nathan have our fingers on. Is there anyone with us here? Please move the planchette to yes, for a yes. You're right, because you don't look very happy.
No, I'm just feels like my leg's still hurting.
Is it? Is there a spirit that kicked Nathan in the back of the leg? Are you responsible for kicking my friend in the back of the leg?
Is that you?
No. Not that I'm aware of.
That ain't me.
Move it to a letter of your choice. Or to yes or to no. Did you kick my friend in the back of the leg? Just get a feel for the board, I think. Can you give us the first letter of your name, please? Or preferably spell your entire name. You know what, so far it seems quite inactive tonight, doesn't it?
I suppose. It's the weekend. Probably chilling.
Agnes, are we communicating with you right now? Are you trying to spell your name out? Are you trying to communicate with us? Or is this a different spirit? How long have you lived in this priory? Agnes, are you the spirit that still wanders in the priory? Are you the spirit that people have seen with their own eyes walking around and walking into the main road? What? If this isn't Agnes that we're talking to, can you please spell out your name for us? That's not an N, as I said. That could mean we have to be very careful right now. You're fucking moving that.
I swear to God, I'm not. The front of the pointer's twitching. That's not me.
And me either.
Let's go in there, innit?
That's obviously not you.
I swear to God, that's not me. Oh, I can move my fingers in any position you want me to. Is that the air? Fuck it off.
Right, that's it. Thank you very much. We wish to say goodbye to you. Thank you. We're closing this board.
You swear down that, won't you?
Nope, that won't be.
So the only fucking answer we got
Was a demon.
what the fuck's Zozo mean?
It's he's one of the demons basically that have been, yeah, one that you don't really want to mess with, to be honest. Right, so we've just done a very first Ouija board, spirit board, on an investigation, and we've started. Well, it started off quite quiet again, didn't it? We didn't really have much of a reaction,
really.
and basically it took a good 5-10 minutes to actually get anything at all, and we were looking for the communication with the spirit here, or potentially Agnes, who we thought who it should be, really, after all the sightings that have happened here. However, after 5-10 minutes, probably longer, the only response we started to get when we asked the spirit to spell its name out, it went to a Z, which immediately sent alarm bells in my head, and the next letter being O, and that was enough for both of us. Zozo is meant to be one of the demons that can communicate through a Ouija board, and isn't particularly a very nice one.
Whether you believe that or not,
we don't know.
I don't know what I think about it. However, sometimes it's not worth taking the risk, is it? Shall we head off now to location 3?
Yes.
And do a spirit box session?
Yeah, I think that's a great shout.
Now, from all the other investigations, we've analysed the people being here and the reports we've had. Spirit box seems to be
one of the
most active forms of communication here.
Sure does.
So hopefully we'll get something there. Right, we just had another strange one. One of our locked off cameras seems to have turned itself off, doesn't it?
Yeah, we've had when we actually came here in the daytime earlier, we seem to have had quite a few strange issues actually, didn't we, with battery life on certain things, and that was in the daytime. There seemed to be a lot of battery drainage. That was with my mobile phone, that was with our camcorders. We actually had to go and recharge some of the batteries up, didn't we? And they were all fully charging overnight.
But everything tonight's actually rigging off big 12-volt batteries, so there's no way that they should lose battery life, really. However, they're actually all brand new as well. We actually purchased all brand new just this investigation, didn't we? Turning it back on, the battery's reading full again. It appears to be recording.
We're going to try this spirit box. Hopefully this will give us some good results. We'll have to wait and see. Right, so Agnes, we've tried communicating with you. Can you communicate through this device with us and let us know that you're here? Use your energy to come through this box. Let us know you're here.
Can you say hello?
I think
Definitely
so.
A female voice there.
There was a female voice. Was that you, Agnes?
Are you trying to communicate with us?
So Agnes, we've tried communicating with you through asking, through voice recording, through spirit box.
Through a Ouija board. Tried everything tonight, haven't we?
You haven't gave us a clear sign just yet, we don't think. Are you able to do this for us tonight?
You say hello to us before we leave. Sorry for your loss and the pain that you've suffered.
Agnes, around the whole priory, we've put cameras. We've got little bits of equipment. We've left them ready for you. If you can just move one of them, speak into a camera, just let us know that you're here. Give us a message.
You've left a toy doll. Can you move this doll? Have you seen this doll? Can you move her?
It's an obvious.
Scott. Sorry, I missed that. Scott. What's screenshot?
Yeah.
I just got the word Scott on the obvious. That's strange, that's not a particularly old fashioned name, is it?
Not really, no. No.
I suppose more there, isn't it? Is there somebody called Scott here with us? I have to say, this is one of the
Flattest.
flattest investigations we've ever had. We wish to leave now, Agnes. Will you say goodbye to us?
Okay, Agnes, we're going to leave. If there's anything you need to say to us,
Is there anything you can do before we go? Play with our doll, set off our REM pod, Walk in front of one of the cameras.
We're
Show
gonna-
yourself in any way you can before we can go, please.
We're going to be leaving in 30 seconds and everything will stop.
Morton on the ovulus.
Morton.
Morton.
Something to look into maybe, but...
Morton. Now Morton is an older name.